Ty has been selling the beanbag animals since 1993. I don't know about that. I only have 2, so this, I'm not too affected.
It's amazing how expensive those little things could sell for. It's pretty amazing.
So are you a collector or
no? I'm not.
Me neither.
As Nikki Mohan reports, a Broward County jury's conviction is going to CST her years in prison. You may want to think twice before using your cell phone around a gas station.
There are new concerns that electronic pulses from devices such as cell phones and pagers could start a fire. London-based BP Amoco wants to disconnect users by posting possible hazard signs. They are concerned the electronic charges from the phone might ignite gas fumes that linger around gas stations.
And in the city of Boca Raton, the mayor is proposing a ban on cell phones while driving. The mayor says she's received several complaints about dangerous drivers who were found using cell phones. She says the next step could be lobbying the state legislature, and that could mean a state law that would require all drivers to not use cell phones on the road.
The Braves bring the chomp on the road.
And Florida tries to use the road to get back on the track. Rob has those stories and much more coming up next in sports. Oh, Rob Foligno rounds out our motley crew today. Rob, the Gators going back to the gridiron to try it again. Maybe they can recover?
Yeah, they're headed back to Death Valley, a place they lost a couple of years ago. But under the Spurrier air, of course, the 10 years that he's been here, they're 16-2 coming up after a loss. 10 years into the Southeastern Conference, and 10 years into the Southeastern Conference, and yet Steve Spurrier is still learning the rules. Originally, the plan was to wear white jerseys in tomorrow's game against LSU, but upon further review, the head ball coach gets a debriefing. As was the case back in 1997, the Florida.
Believe it or not, there's raising many concerns.
Were domestic violence related? Next, we'll have the latest on that school shooting we told you about earlier. Is coming up next on News 5. Who are they? The answer next on News 5. You know, I don't even know why you're making me do this confessional thing. There's nothing to confess. I work with wonderful people. I couldn't have asked for a better crew. Both production, the producer, Daniel is outstanding. Stephanie is so sweet. Dan is just outstanding. And Jeff, he's always smiling. He's so nice. I will remember this experience for the rest of my life. I mean, look at us. Look how happy we are. I will definitely frame this. In fact, I'm going to blow it up and put it over my bed.
Jaylene, okay, I understand she's an animal lover and everything, but I just want to tell her, you can't grill it till you kill it.
I don't know any easy way to say this, but Jaylene needs to stop talking shit about me behind my back. I really do not appreciate what she's been saying. It always gets back to me. And right now, I just want to say, Jaylene, enough is enough. Stop it already.
Jaylene, 5:15, come on. I am so annoyed. Daniel gives me the scripts at the last minute, and then all I have is, what, 10 minutes to get ready? Then production screws up. I don't even have time to read what I have to read. And by the way, Allison is the biggest bitch. She thinks she's so cute. Yes. Oh, I know. Yeah, she thinks that she's so cute. I agree. Oh. Well, I don't know what you're complaining about. At least it's 5:15. I have gotten scripts at 5:25 before. I mean, give me a break. And then Frank complains that we make it late on the set. Yeah, well, if he only saw the chain of events, we wouldn't be the ones getting yelled at. the bathrooms out there, there is a sign for men and a sign for women. Why Mike Delestrito doesn't understand that there's a women's bathroom where women will be in there, potentially half naked, I don't get it, but how many times has he walked in on me? About 4. Another gripe that I have is, how difficult is it to write a tease? Daniel has to write like 3+ headlines. Okay, Dan has 1 sports tease. If I could count how many times we've had the sports tease on the scripts and in here, that would be like, I could count them on one hand, like probably 3 times total. But half the time, we just have to say, Dan's up next with sports because we never have it, so we totally ad-lib. How hard is that?
It's a sports tease, get over it, okay? I give you a line, you say it, it takes 2 seconds. Sports teases are not essays, it's 1 line. It should suit you just fine.
Oh, you mean Jaylene and Stephanie? Yeah, they are horrible.
3 people to travel together, but move freely around each other.
It looks like it was fun.
Yeah, that one looks fun, but it doesn't look like you can go very fast. In the
I don't
one where
think
they
so.
had 3.
Maybe if they had a little motor.
That's all for News 5 tonight. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you back here again tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.
This is Pamela Neer reporting for Mid-Florida Service Experts News. Outside one of Mid-Florida Heating and Air's operation centers in Gainesville, where their large fleet of trucks is just pulling out. Mid-Florida is responding to both residential and commercial heating and air conditioning calls of all types. These trucks are all over North Central Florida. At Mid-Florida, it's service in hours, not days. This same busy scene is happening at the Mid-Florida Ocala location too. So when you need service, call Mid-Florida Heating and Air.
A cutting remedy to control the climbing cat population. It's coming up on News 5.
Are remembering.
Live from the University of Florida, you're watching News 5 at 5:30
kill
on Channel
someone.
5, where learning never ends.
Strongest winds and rains from Irene during this entire time. You can tell there's a lot of people who have a sort of party atmosphere about all of this.
Did he show anything?
The Keys.
And there's even more going on this weekend. Here's a look at the News 5 fun tips. If you have some events coming up, send us a letter, call, or just type us an email. Here's the next move is up to the Decatur School Board. Decatur School Board. An administrative hearing on the permit denial is scheduled to begin December 6th in Gainesville.
The man who police say held up a Gainesville Albertson store over the weekend is now behind bars. 6 new officers joined the Gainesville Police Department today. In the future, I don't have any more.
Egypt Air investigators say the crash was no accident. Some unusual visitors will be calling Tallahassee home for a few months.
They won't be living at FSU, they'll be staying at the zoo, specifically the Tallahassee Museum of History and Natural Science. These guys are rare white tigers from the Central Florida area. What makes these cats more unusual, they were born in captivity a year and a half ago. They might be young, but they weigh more than your average house cat. 300 pounds. That's not too big, though, when you consider they eat almost 8 pounds of meat each day.
And when you have them in the cage like that, they don't look too harmless. But
I remember the first time I saw a white tiger. It was so nice at the Metro Zoo Miami. A little plug.